If Nancy Drew makes you tremble with excitement, then this adventure is for you. It's been done at cocktail parties and on trains, but never before on an airplane. About 10:30 a.m. at the Indianapolis International Airport, then the passengers begin to arrive. A murder is about to take place. We wait and watch everyone. Where and when and who and why is unknown, as is our destination.
May I have your attention, please? The captain has given permission for flight 1070 with service 2.
Nothing suspicious so far. Maybe this is the wrong flight. There's nothing amiss here. Spoke too soon. A man behind me has fallen out of his seat. Looks to me like he's a goner. And back on the plane, the lady next to the man who optioned to wear just before he keeled over, he also slipped her a box with some kind of a statue in it. Seems we have our first clues, huh? Aunt Nancy is somehow involved with this mystery. Could she have been the killer? Apparently, the lady seated in front of her believes so. And I don't know what's going on. Bishop offers me popcorn. Maybe the guy who died ate some. You can't be too careful.
This is what was found in the seat behind the victim.
The detectives say they found another clue. A needle and a poison vial on the seat behind the murdered man. And a counterfeit plate. The plot thickens. Now all the clues are passed around on the plane and we inspect them. Niagara Falls. But this trip is no honeymoon. Aunt Nancy and her niece wander off. Everyone's a suspect.
Oh, someone grabbed me and knocked my head off. He came out of the bushes.
Apparently, she has been attacked over here by someone out of the bushes. Now, has anybody seen anyone over here or anybody running out of the...
It's a man. A young man, she says, who grabbed her ankle, but she can't identify anyone. So we move along. The excitement is over. Now I'm getting some inspiration.
I think it's one of the detectives because he knows too much. And he looks too unassuming. And you know about people looking
Off at another location, the famous flower clock at Niagara Falls. And look at this. Where's Aunt Nancy and her niece off to now?
This is very serious.
I know this is very serious, but you see...
Oh, no. Someone's grabbed Aunt Nancy again.
If you would keep her next to people so we can keep an eye on her.
She and I were just going for a walk. I was right by her side.
I don't understand why.
It seems the guy tried to strangle Aunt Nancy and ripped that carnation right off her. They're on the bus and off to dinner at the Skylon Tower. Dinner is uneventful. Nobody grabs Aunt Nancy anymore. And after dinner, I asked some of the passengers who done it.
With all the clues you've gotten, you think you know who it is?
Not an inkling.
I have no question in my mind.
You know who?
I am certain I know.
Can you tell us?
No.
I don't have any idea.
Not even a clue?
I'm still guessing.
Meanwhile, outside, one of the detectives is talking to the passengers when all of a sudden...
Hey! Hey!
Hold it!
Where have I seen that guy before? Anyway, it seems he was getting anxious to get back on the bus and on his way back home. Wonder why. Anyway, it's time to start heading for the plane back home and the conclusion of the murder mystery flight. Any idea who done it? It's $119 per person to go. That includes everything. American, Transair, and WIBC sponsor the flight tomorrow. All the clues will tell you who did it.
Okay.
You'll do better than I did.
You say the detective did it, though. Remember that? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can forget that if you want.
Back after this.
Me here again. This is kind of an exercise in your mind.
You don't go over the falls here, do you?
No, that's another story in the barrel. Well, yesterday, that would be fun, though, wouldn't it? We set you up with a murder. It was all an act, all for the benefit of the passengers on the first murder mystery flight. Today, the conclusion of who done it and why. Back on the plane, it's time to find out who done it. Our victim got or hit with a blunt object, but we are told he was injected with poison. Our actor-detective reviews the clues.
I do have the blue eye, which was the mysterious statue with the ruby eyes. The flower that Aunt Nancy appeared to wear and was attacked twice every time she was wearing it. The description on her hand, on his hand, which is all she saw, and also a man wearing dark slacks and a white top. Whoever the person was that was killed was supposed to wear a flower at all times to meet their contact person.
We vote, or rather, some of us guess, on who the killer really is. And now the moment of truth.
But Larry will now apprehend our suspect. He's coming up to, yes, the third row.
Hold him back! Hold him back! Settle down!
It was the mild-mannered guy who sat very near to me. He apparently injected his victim with that poison as he leaned close to him while boarding the plane. But why?
Ladies and gentlemen, apparently what has been going on is there has been a counterfeit ring between Canada and the United States. Information about the counterfeiting has been being smuggled, which has a false bottom, and microfilm has been contained in there. Mark apparently knew about the plot and therefore killed off Mr. Kennedy. When Mr. Kennedy gave the flower to Aunt Nancy, he knew he had to get the flower away from her or to get rid of her. Therefore, the attacks on Aunt Nancy.
So we found our killer and complete our mystery flight, a 12-hour adventure that took us to Niagara Falls and home again. A day to play detective and land in an exotic location to sightsee.
People love this. Why, in your estimation?
I don't know, but I think it's because they never believe that we can outsmart the other guy. And so we really work at it in a murder mystery. It's not for real, and yet it feeds our ego.